Welcome to Ben Noom Design.
In this lecture, we will see how we can customize our installation of this code in the most straightforward way in which we will want to customize. The first thing, I guess, would be the font size. How can I make the font size bigger or smaller? For once, I can, of course, go to View, go to Experience and zoom in or zoom out. And as I can see here, the keyboard shortcuts are Ctrl plus or minus. I can press them and as you can see, I can make my font very small. I guess that for you is already hard to see. So I will make it bigger. This is the way I usually use it for my coding tutorials. Another way we can customize our code installation is by changing the theme. And we can see this if we go to our Manage button right here on the lower left corner. As you can see here, we have one entry for color theme or for file icons theme. Let's switch to the color theme. And as you can see, we have some themes. They are grouped as light themes or dark themes. Of course, you can select whatever you like, for example, light plus if you are that kind of programmer. Currently, I highly prefer dark themes, so I will go for the dark plus default dark. This is my favorite theme. Of course there are many extensions and we will talk about them, which can highly customize your appearance. And this is great about this code because those extensions are also very well done and very powerful. One other way we can customize and we can see it. Here is the file icon theme, which again is very useful. Currently, we only have the city or minimal options, and let's to see how this is done, let's see how we can install our first extension, and that is for the icons. And if I go to the extension, we will talk more about this in the next lectures, and I will just search for icons. One of the greatest is this Vercel J Codigans. I will install it. Just click install, and now I have the option to select our Cricut. And as you can see already, my folders look much more nicer and this visual way helped me a lot to identify which folders contains what. This also will help us to prevent any typos inside our file names. This is wonderful, but the way to understand customization for this code is if we go and open the settings view, and if we go here, we can go to the settings view, and this is the way we can customize this code. And if you inspect these, there are so many options in which we can customize voice code. Basically anything here is customizable. This is great if you want to make your very own environment. But notice these two options, which are the most important options, the user and the workspace. And let's say, for example, that I want to customize the save on exit behavior. Of course, I can search it here. But more still, the most easy way is to just enter this name here and in the search bar and then search it. And as you can see, we have code actions on save. We have, for example, this option format on save. Yes, we can either trigger this or not. Let's say I don't want this. And now this won't happen, of course, when I save a file. But the most important thing is that I can edit this inside a settings.json file. So this view right here is just a markdown way of visualizing the settings.json file. And if I click this, it will go to my settings.json file, but notice the path right here, and this is my local user options. This means that these are the settings inside these settings. So JSON will apply to all my instances of this code no matter the project. I mean, so what I edit here, as you can see here, if I go here, I can have all kinds of assist or non-editing and adding, more and more customization. For example, here I can just select the zoom level, and I can either select this mouse. Will zoom is just an example. Doesn't really matter. I will do this because we don't need it. What I wanted to show you is if we go to the other option here in the workspace settings, again, if I go here and I'm here, selected the workspace, and let's say at some point I will have this edit on JSON view. As you can see, it opened another setting, the JSON file, but this is much smaller. And as you can see, this is a new file inside my project. And here I can, for example, add these options right here and now. These options will only apply to my current project because they are saved locally in these settings. That JSON file, and they affect only this project right here. Again, very useful when you want different projects, maybe for backend, for front end, or from Java or from JavaScript, and you want different options with them. Very useful to just have your own set of options locally. And the greater ones are on the big settings, a JSON file. Very wonderful. And because we saw this user and workspace settings, let's discuss in the next lecture more and more about these workspaces and what they are inside the code. Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel.